Hello, my name's Suzanne Schubert. I'm a dietitian here at Horizon Health. Today we're going to make a recipe called sweet potato unstuffing. It's a healthier alternative to traditional stuffing, and it's gluten-free, dairy-free, and also vegan. So it's a great alternative if you have guests that have those dietary requirements. So you can make it as a side dish for your Thanksgiving or even Christmas dinner, or you can serve it as a main dish if you add chicken, or you could even add tofu as a great protein source as well. So you can prep the ingredients in advance, so a day in advance, and store them in your refrigerator. You can even chop the apple in advance as well, as long as you just put a little lemon juice over the top of it to prevent it from browning. So once you have all of your ingredients chopped and measured, you will add them to a 9x13 baking dish. So we're gonna start off by adding our sweet potato. So this is about 1 medium sweet potato peeled and chopped or cubed. So we'll go ahead and add that. Sweet potatoes are an excellent source of fiber. So you want to aim for about 25 to 30 grams a day. And we know fiber is really important for good gut health. They're also very high in beta carotene, which is really important for good vision. So we might have heard of carrots being a great source of beta carotene. Well, sweet potatoes with the peel on are actually higher in beta carotene than carrots. And then we're going to add about a cup's worth of, you can either half or quarter your Brussels sprouts. So we're going to add those in. There we go. All right. And then we're going to add about 2 ribs of celery. So celery gives traditional stuffing that great crunch. So we're going to add that in. All right. And then we have about a cup of chopped carrots. Okay. And then you'll purchase an 8-ounce package of mushrooms. And then you'll want to slice them if they're not already sliced. Okay, got our mushrooms in there. And then this is just 1 medium onion, and you'll dice about half of it. All right. All right, and then to add a little sweetness to the recipe, we have diced apple. So this is a medium apple diced. We're gonna add that in. All right, and then you can use 3 cloves of garlic, or the equivalent of that would be 3 teaspoons of minced garlic. So I'm just gonna get my hands in there. All right. And then in terms of, we do have a couple of herbs that we add in. You can use fresh or you can use dried. So if you're using fresh, you will use 2 teaspoons of, I have thyme here, and you will use 2 teaspoons. You can use rosemary or you can use sage. So, however, I just happen to have dried at home in my pantry. So I have 1 teaspoon. If you're utilizing dry, you'll use 1 teaspoon of thyme. All right. And then you'll use 1 teaspoon, and this happens to be rubbed sage. All right. And then we're going to add in about a half a teaspoon of chili powder. And then about a teaspoon of salt. All right. And then once you have all those ingredients in your 9x13 pan, you'll add your favorite oil. So I recommend adding either olive oil or avocado oil because those are 2 heart-healthy oil options. So we're gonna go ahead and just drizzle that over the top. All right, that's looking really good. And then I'm gonna grab my spoon. You can use your hands if you want to, but so I don't get my hands super dirty, I'm gonna use this spoon, and then you'll just mix everything together. All right. And when you have it all nice and mixed together, you will put a piece of aluminum foil on the top of it, and then you're gonna bake it in the oven for about 20 minutes at 375 degrees. You will leave, we do have a couple of ingredients we haven't added to the recipe yet. We have chopped pecans, and you're using about 1/3 cup of chopped pecans and about 1/2 cup of, you can use either dried cherries or dried cranberries. and you will not add those at first. So you'll wait until you're done baking, initially baking for 20 minutes with the aluminum foil. You'll take your aluminum foil off, and then you will sprinkle over your pecans and your dried cranberries or cherries, and then you'll be putting this back in the oven with the aluminum foil off for another 20 to 25 minutes, or until your ingredients look golden brown and are nice and tender.